What's going on? It's February 26, 2026, and we have some weather updates to get into. First of all, we're watching a pair of snowstorms that could be moving through portions of the Midwest, out towards the Mid-Atlantic and New England as we get into Sunday and then push through Monday and Tuesday. Severe weather is knocking on our doorstep. The first couple weeks of March looks like it could be very, very active from the plains out east. We're still pretty cold in the Northeast, but relief is coming. We're actually likely to see well above average temperatures as we push into the second week of March. We could see temperatures get up into the 70s, maybe even mid-70s for portions of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. And a second major sudden stratospheric warming event is underway. This doesn't happen very often. Two major SSWEs. This could have major cold and snowy implications for the end of March going into April. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And of course, if you like the video, like the video. Let's get into the weather updates. As I usually like to do, let's start by taking a look at our live radar. We're pretty calm out west. From the plains out west, we're pretty calm. We do have a little bit of a clipper system moving up through the upper Midwest here and through southwestern Ontario. You can see some light snow. We have some more significant weather moving through portions of the Ohio Valley and southeast, and we actually have a marginal risk for severe weather through portions of Mississippi and Alabama today. I'll show you that in a second. We do have some snowfall, maybe heavy at times, that's pushing out east through eastern or southeastern Ohio, through West Virginia. You can see it's up here through northeastern Kentucky as well. This will continue to move off to the east throughout the day. Don't expect much snowfall in the Mid-Atlantic from this, if any. A lot of this is really just going to be mixing or very, very light snow today. As I said, we do have the risk for some severe weather down here today. It actually includes portions of far southeastern Arkansas and northeastern Louisiana, but then central Mississippi, central Alabama. If we were to take a look and break this down, no real tornado threat today or wind threat. This looks to be mainly a hail-driven severe weather threat. But severe weather is expected to pick up as we move through March. You can actually see the precipitation here as we push through the first week of March is going to really begin to enhance through portions of Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, really from the southern plains all the way out through portions of the Ohio Valley and Midwest. This is definitely going to be something to watch moving forwards. And I'm sure a lot of you have noticed 6 to 10 day, 8 to 14 day, 3 to 4 week. The Climate Prediction Center expects us to be extremely warm as we get into March and maybe push through the middle of March. But I don't think winter's over. There is a sign that we're going to get very cold towards the end of March and into the beginning of April. Major SSWE, sudden stratospheric warming event, is already underway. It's not going to happen. It's already underway. The second of the season, which is pretty rare, and that could and is expected to have major cold and snowy implications, like I said. All right, so let's quickly run through our 7 to 10 day forecast. We still have some cold air diving into the east through portions of the Midwest, the Great Lakes region, and the Northeast. Obviously, we have some general thunderstorms and potentially a little severe weather through portions of, like I said, Mississippi, Alabama, southeastern Arkansas, northeastern Louisiana. We're pretty warm and we're pretty dry out west. So this is moving through Friday, getting into Friday evening. Now we get into Saturday morning. Maybe some light snow moves back into far northern New England, but we have another clipper system moving through the northern plains, upper Midwest. It's going to try to drop maybe 2 to 3 inches for someone up here. I don't think anyone's going to get any major snow from this in the northern plains and upper Midwest. It's going to make its way through the Great Lakes region and then out towards New England. Again, not a big snowmaker here. Someone could overperform if you get in a nice band, but not much. Still a lot of cold air driving into the Great Lakes region and Northeast, and we start to get a little bit more precipitation trying to move into California, Nevada, Oregon, up here through portions of the west, northwest as we get into Sunday. And now Monday morning, this is interesting. Sunday night, Monday morning, we do have some warm air pushing up against some much colder air from the north. We start to get that moisture buildup out ahead of this warm and cold air clash, and this is something to watch. Models have gone back and forth on where this moisture will begin to form and how intense it could be as it moves out to the east. I still don't expect anyone to get a ton of snow from this. Maybe someone will see 6+ inches. There is going to be a period of heavy snow for someone if we do see this type of precipitation. You can see this on the Euro. This is getting into Monday morning. Now we push out through Monday afternoon into Monday evening and then into Tuesday morning, and that snow moves off into the east and begins to dissipate as it gets out towards the Mid-Atlantic. I think this is a pretty realistic scenario. Really, the target looks to be portions of central to northern Illinois and Indiana, and then maybe central Ohio. Could get some good snow up in the mountains of West Virginia as well. Maybe Iowa receives a little bit of snow from this as well. Now we're pushing out towards Tuesday, Wednesday. Still a little bit of moisture trying to move through the west. We could get some snow up in the mountains of Colorado, Utah, Wyoming. But Tuesday morning into Tuesday afternoon, we get some more warm and moist air pushing up against a high pressure out to the east, some very cold, dry air. And this again is going to cause that clashing of separate air boundaries that could promote some instability and potentially another winter storm here. Some people are talking about these storms as being 6 inches to a foot of snow. I still think we're going to be closer to the low end. Maybe we get 3 to 6, maybe we get 5 to 8 from this. If anyone gets big snow, it's likely going to be northern New England here. Boston could see good snow from this. Maybe northern upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, portions of Maine. Not expecting either of these to be big snowstorms for the mid-Atlantic. If anything, New York City could see a little bit more than Philly, and I don't expect much for Baltimore, DC, but we will have to watch out for ice as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe, for the mid-Atlantic. What we'll also have to watch out for as we push into late next week, getting into Thursday, is potentially severe weather. We start to get a nice flow off the Gulf. We start to get some clashing air masses up into our northwest, and we're going to see the potential for maybe 5 to 6 days in an 8-day span of severe weather. I think we could see SPC risk zones beginning to line up back to back to back as we push out towards March 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. This whole time frame looks very active, especially as we get out towards March 10th. Now, this is a little far. We're pushing out 250 plus hours, but this type of setup is beautiful for potential severe weather. I say beautiful, it depends how you look at severe weather. I know some people love it, some people hate it, but this is the type of setup here where you could end up getting a moderate risk in March. I'm not saying you're going to get a moderate risk, but again, very cold air pushing up against this warm flow from the Gulf as we push towards the middle of March. This is when you can get a lot of shear, a lot of instability, and you could really see a pretty significant severe weather day. So a lot to watch as we get out towards, like I said, the March 4th, 5th time frame, and then about 10 days on from that. Now you can see what our severe weather analogs like from March 9th to March 12th. Watching this area for severe weather. This is based off our top 5 analogs. And this is a little bit closer. This is our March 6th to March 9th timeframe, and look at the confidence in here. So again, really something to watch as we get into that second week of March. You can see what the Euro wants to do with our instability getting into March 3rd, March 4th, really starts to pump that instability up through the central, southern plains, then out through the Midwest and out through the Ohio Valley. Again, there's a lot of things pointing towards this. The GFS has been seeing it for a while, and the European is on board. Trust me, pay attention to this time frame, especially if you live out in these regions and severe weather concerns you, but also if you like severe weather. This is going to be very active. Here's our 7-day temperature anomalies from the Euro. Obviously, we're very warm right now through the plains and out west, but this warm air is going to be transferring as we get into the second week of March, or towards the end of the first week of March, out towards the east, and this is when we could see 70 to 75 plus degree temperatures back out here along the East Coast, even up in the mid-Atlantic, maybe New England coast, where we have been very, very cold. One of the coldest winters we've had literally in 100 years. And at the same time, it looks like that cold air is going to be returning to the west. And this is one of the things here that's going to be promoting this severe weather through this region. Again, colder air, warmer air. We're going to have plenty of moisture available for us. So just another thing pointing at that severe weather. But the warm-up's coming if you're out east. It is on the way. Why don't I expect the warm-up to last? Well, we have a major sudden stratospheric warming event underway. It's not something that could take place. It's already underway, and it looks like it's going to be intense. This has a lagging effect of cold air. As these higher heights, as these warm anomalies build up in the North Pole, up in the stratosphere, those winds slow down, the coldest air on the planet begins to leak down into the mid-latitudes. This lag of extremely cold, probably early to mid-February like air, looks like it's going to come crashing down into the States sometime in the second half of March towards the beginning of April. And again, that's going to have major implications. So a lot of people are going to feel like we're finally out of winter. It's over, and I think we might get another taste of winter late into March, early into April, like I keep saying. I show this in a lot of my videos, but I'll show it again. We are well below our average wind speeds up here in the stratosphere, and this right here is a full wind reversal. This is a complete stratospheric polar vortex disruption. It's right here. It's clear as day. It's not going to happen. Like I said, it is happening. Here's our expected snowfall from the national blend over the next week. Not a ton for anyone. I know there's been a lot of videos and talk out there about major snow returning to the Northeast. Someone could end up with 6+ inches, 8+ inches maybe, but I don't expect it to be widespread major snow. I actually think some of the models have been overdoing it for a little bit. So I don't think there's anything to worry about if you're digging out of snow right now and you think you're going to get another foot or two on top of it. It's likely not going to happen. But again, after this ends and we get this warm up into March, I do expect another push of cold air and snow out east before we can say we're wrapping up winter. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I try and upload videos or live stream every single day. I've been a little busy lately, but I'm trying to get back to that schedule. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you like this type of content. And if you want to look at all the maps, snow maps, severe weather outlooks, temperature outlooks, everything we go over in all of my streams and all of my videos, you can join my Discord. It's completely free. Either add Connor's Climate Corner on Discord and I'll get you into the Climate Crew Discord, or you can just click on the link in the description below to join my weather Discord for free. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video or the next live stream.